Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the NJ podcast. This podcast aims to share stories, tips, and insights about achieving success while having fun. From topics ranging from personal development to business, entertainment, and sports, the podcast will have conversations with experts and people in their respective fields. The podcast will also share insights from Jablo James's published and upcoming books. The tagline, which is the theme of the podcast, is "Success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal." This means that you are doing what you have always wanted to do because it is aligned with your highest values, and this is the only way you can live a truly fulfilled life. Your host, Jablo James.
Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal.
I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. Myself, NJ, and I'm here with the co-host Mukundi Mudau.
What's good?
And I'm good, man. It's
Yeah,
2025, 2025.
Man, you know, that's not my brand. You're ruining my brand.
I'm ruining your brand.
Yeah. It's
What?
just Mukundi.
Oh, just Mukundi. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mukundi. Yes, I'm here with Mukundi, the vendor extraordinaire superstar. That's not Yes, that's him. That's him, the one and the only. Welcome back, man. Welcome back. It's
good
been
to be
too
back.
long. It's been too long since we've been on the podcast. It's been all of 3 weeks.
Last time I was here, we talked nonsense for like 2 hours.
No, it
straight.
wasn't nonsense. It was quite
Actually,
important.
yeah,
It
but we
was
caught
quite
some flack
important.
about our soccer takes.
Oh, about the PSL. Like
I don't take anything back. I don't take it back.
if angaz. But I'll tell you what I know. Tell you what I know. You know what people will say? I'm like, hey, you don't know much. Hey, you have a microphone. Hey, you have a podcast. Like, yeah, we
Yeah.
do. And we're taking the time to share our opinions and then be corrected. And what that means is if we're corrected, we are now better and we know more.
Exactly.
That's so.
Exactly. Instead of
Sure,
being- instead of being
welcome all the negative comments. So, welcome to 2025.
It's Figgy.
Are you feeling
say-
good about the year?
You say it's 2023.
Yes, it's 2023. That's what we're doing. Ready for the year?
Yeah, I'm more than ready, man. I feel like it took its time getting here. I was done with 2024. Bro.
Are we done?
Like by June, I was done.
By June?
by
That's like
June.
half the year.
Yeah, so there was a
man.
lot. There was a lot in that half. There was a lot in that half, and now I'm just glad that it's over and
Yeah.
clean slate, bro.
A clean slate.
Clean
Clean
slate.
slate. Have we stopped saying Happy New Year to everybody now? Can we stop that?
Yeah. After the 7th. Yeah.
After the
the first week.
after the 7th.
Yeah, 7
We're
days,
now,
and then-
so we're at the 12th now.
the 12th now.
No, it's tickets now.
The NFL playoffs have started even.
NFL playoffs have started. Hey, how about the Ravens?
Hey.
How about the Ravens? How did they do?
Hey, beat the Steelers emphatically. Well, not
Emphatic.
emphatically.
What does emphatically mean?
Well, not emphatically.
What was the score?
30 something, 28 something, 28, 23, I think.
That's not emphatic. That's
Hey man,
That's a touchdown
Hey
and a-
man,
and-
I'll tell you just now. But we did well.
no. That's good. That's
We
good.
did
That's
well.
good. All right. So while you're looking at that, so
Uh-huh.
this week I want to talk about the makings of a mentally strong athlete, right?
28-14.
Okay, that's emphatic. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's that's emphatic. Well done.
I told you, and it was personal. You know how the Ravens beat for the Steelers.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like Chelsea versus Arsenal. We just don't like each other's teams.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Has Arsenal won anything?
They've won FA Cups. But they haven't won like a major Premier League title. You know, like the league title. They haven't won that since 2004.
I was 4 years old.
That was 20. Since the past 21 years, they haven't won a Premier League title. They haven't won a Champions League title. You know?
Nothing.
Nothing. None. Nix.
Just a young tournament. In
Just not a young tournament. They're still a competitive team. They make it into Europe every single season, but they haven't won it. Versus
I don't know,
Chelsea, we have won.
Dude.
We have won 8 European titles to your 0. You have won 0.
When was the last one?
The last one was 2021. That wasn't too
Aight,
far. That wasn't too far. That was a long time
Aight,
ago.
man, aight,
That was like 4 years
Aight,
ago.
man,
That
it's
was 4
2021.
seasons- That was 4 seasons ago. Like.
Alright, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
The last Premier League title we won was 2017. That's now I'm starting to say like, okay, we need to like win the league.
But 2017 ain't bad, eh? Actually,
no, it's not bad. How many years? That's 8 years ago.
Yeah, 8 years ago.
Yeah, that was 8 years ago.
It's starting. It's getting there.
Yeah, it's
getting there. I feel like in sports, you're 5 years. We'll let you live off that whatever championship you won.
5 years.
Even 5 is pushing it.
It's pushing it.
Because okay, it can be one championship in 5 years.
Yeah.
But you have to have been competitive for those 5 years.
Yeah, at least like making it
To the finals,
the finals,
conference finals, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then I'd be like, okay, you were solid. You
Yeah.
You see like the Nuggets or the Warriors are a perfect example.
All right.
The Warriors won
51.
the championship in 22. Hey, that bet is
2022.
bad. That was
2022.
bad. But they won the championship in 2022.
Sure.
And they've been trash ever since. So can we really say, can we still say they're a top team because they won a championship, 3 years ago?
No, you can't say that.
No,
you can't say that.
No, we can't.
Who's that song that sang that song? What have you done for me lately?
What you done lately? Don't tell me about what was then.
There was a woman who sang a song. What have you done lately?
Oh, the only one I know is Damian Lillard.
Oh, Dame Dash.
Yeah, Dame.
What has he done?
Dollar.
What has he done? What has he done?
In-season tournament.
We don't care. We don't care.
In-season tournament.
We don't care.
A trophy's a trophy.
No.
A trophy's a trophy.
What's more important?
When was the last time Chelsea won a trophy?
When was the last time Chelsea won a trophy?
Yeah.
Well, last time Chelsea...
Besides that 2021 one.
We won the Club World Cup in 2022.
What's that now?
It's a Club World Cup. It's like the winners of the Champions League and the UEFA League. Like the Champions League across the world.
Yeah.
The winners of those enter a tournament.
Oh.
And then they duke it out.
Oh.
And we won that.
Oh.
And then we won the Super Cup, which is...
when you still had Kremlin money.
I don't know about Kremlin money, but we still have that... Roman Abramovich was still our blesser at the time.
Was your benefactor.
No, he was a blesser. Like he was our blesser. So that's the last time. Yeah. So
you have to think about it.
Last time we actually won a trophy. I think that was the last one we won. Eh? That was Chelsea. Bro, even Manchester United won. Man United won a trophy last season.
The Carabao Cup, ne?
Not the Carabao Cup. It was the FA Cup.
When did Man United win the Carabao Cup?
I don't know, but no one really cares about the Carabao Cup. Joe.
I heard they won a cup, I think, in 2023.
They won last season. They won,
which was their first cup since like 2017 or something.
Yeah, Man United.
Man United.
But
I heard
Man
Man City is also in the pits now.
Man City's, I don't know. I think they're throwing games on purpose because they've got financial fair play charges against them. Because 115, they have more charges against them than Zuma had while he was still president. They've got 115 fair play charges against them.
Because they don't shower.
They
don't shower.
Why did this person?
Must take a shower.
115 fair play charges against them, and then they can have point deductions and have Premier League stripped away from them.
Damn.
And then they could end up being relegated. So I think they just they're just throwing. Imagine Manchester City relegated you. Imagine.
Pep.
No. The Pep, you're one of my favorite coaches. Like he's just talking trash. No Pep slander is allowed here.
Oh,
none is allowed here. None is allowed here.
Listen, all I know is that he's Pep Guardiola, and he is one of the best.
One of the best ever,
or if not the best of his generation.
He's possibly the GOAT.
Because apparently
he's possibly the GOAT.
What?
He's possibly the GOAT of coaches. Possibly the GOAT. Man United fans are going to be like, it's Alex Ferguson.
I was about to say, the only other coach I know is Alex Ferguson.
Yeah, but like, think about it. Pep Guardiola has, just thinking about league titles.
Because I was thinking, he was the bad man in Bayern as well, eh?
He was bad in Bayern. Bad. Like he won Champions League. He's won 3 Champions League, which is one more than Alex Ferguson has. He's won, how many? He's won 6 Premier Leagues. Damn. Which is 7 less than Alex Ferguson, but he still won league titles in Spain and in Germany. So if you add all of those up,
Alex is only coached in.
Yeah, well, he's also coached in Scotland.
Come on, still Premier League.
No man, he's coached in Scotland. The Scottish Premier League. In the Scottish Premier League.
Isn't Scotland part of the UK?
But it's not part of the Premier League. Like they've got their own league.
So wait. The Premier League is exclusive
England.
to London.
It's England. Yeah, it's
England.
Yeah, it's England.
So I thought it was a UK team.
No, it's just England.
Okay.
It's just England.
Very much like the English.
It's just, very much like the English. Yeah, very much. Yeah. Right, so 10 minutes in, imagine. So I want to so today we're going to be talking about the makings of a mentally strong athlete. You would have seen my Rafael Nadal cap. He's retired. I don't know what to do with myself in tennis now. It's just like, it's so weird. Like, it's so weird. Australian Open is up. Novak Djokovic is going for number 25. I hope he gets it.
Number 25.
25th Grand Slam.
Damn.
25th major. So he can be the all-time leader across males and females in tennis majors in just the singles. The number 2 person who's got number 24 is Margaret Court, who's got one more than Serena Williams. I just had to throw that in there.
I'm not going to mention what you said to me off
guys, I've got a confession to make. I have to make a confession. Dr. Umar, you'll be happy to hear this confession. So Mukundi model was right. I mean, Mukundi was right? Mukundi was right. He was like, he
Tell me something I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should look at that camera or my camera.
It doesn't matter. The Ravens ain't winning the chip this year. Oh, you know that too. Oh, okay. Now,
how did we get there?
I'm just petty.
How did we get there?
I was doing some research, and this one video I came across that talked about who's the most dominant just tennis player of the 21st century, right? Most dominant tennis player of the 21st century. Not just male, female, just if you have a racket. If you have a racket.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Then they're like, it has 5 syllables. The name has 5 syllables. Then I was like, okay. Roger Federer. Okay, no, that's not the one. It's not Roger Federer. Okay. No, Rafael Nadal. Okay, it's got 5. Okay. Novak Djokovic. Okay, great. Steffi Graf. No, got 3. No, not whatsoever.
Come on.
Martina Navratilova.
Too many.
Not too
Slow
many.
down.
All right. Serena Williams. Serena. So I'm like, why is she the most dominant? I thought you were going to say Novak Djokovic. And what this guy was saying in this video, he was like, I'm not talking about male, female, because then if Serena played Novak would kill her.
I mean, yes,
properly. Like
yes.
it wouldn't be fair. Do you know she played the 200th ranked man, and they played like a proper 2-set match. She only got 1 set. Ranked 200, ranked number 200.
And he dog walked her.
Even she said, "I don't want to play against men in a different sport." But like back to just tennis, right? He listed all the things that she had done. Like, So she's got 23 Grand Slams. She's won every single Grand Slam.
So it's too shy of your boy Novak if he wins this one.
Yeah, too shy. And 1 short of Margaret Court, 1 more than Steffi Graf, 1 more than Rafael Nadal. But anyway, it's a man's sport. So, 23 Grand Slams in singles. And in doubles, she has 17 Grand Slams in doubles with her sister. She has 4 gold medals. Four.
That's 16 years. That's
16
years.
Like 4 gold medals. I think it's both in singles and in doubles, but still.
Okay.
4 gold medals. She's been ranked number 1, something like 356 weeks. I don't know how many years that is. Steffi Graf has still got 20 more weeks. But anyway, so
watch how I love how even when you're giving Serena her props, you still somehow find a way to discredit it. I love that.
I'm not discrediting it.
But you still somehow find a way to bring
balancing it up. I'm balancing it up.
Is it Stephanie Graf?
Steffi Graf.
Yeah, you still...
No, because there's some listeners who don't want to hear anything about Steffi Graf. She's the GOAT and that's it. Some people don't want to hear that. You know, like those people, when you bring up LeBron, they're like, I don't want to hear it's Michael Jordan. You know what I mean?
Well... how you feel is how you feel. You can be wrong still. You're allowed to be wrong.
Is that what you tell your girlfriend? Is that what you tell her?
I wish I could.
Good. That's the answer. So she also had tough opposition, right? And then she also beat her own sister, but her sister was like significantly older than her. In sports, just like 5 years.
Oh damn!
Right. So they
5 years in sports is...
they played each other in a Wimbledon final, right? And the father refused to watch.
Oh,
He was like, I'm not watching this final. Whoever wins, you guys tell me who won.
but he knew.
He was like, Serena's
deep
gonna-
down, he must have
he was
known,
Serena's
like,
gonna,
like,
Serena's gonna cook. So then,
it's like when it was in 2019 when the Warriors were playing the Trailblazers in the conference finals. Damn, they were past that reputation by then. But the Warriors were playing the Trailblazers, and Steph Curry's parents, Seth Curry was on the Trailblazers at that time.
okay.
So Steph's parents are like, yeah, we're trying to be neutral, you know. So they had these jerseys made where the front was the Warriors and the back was Portland. So to be neutral.
Nah, just don't. Nah.
And I was like, we both know which team is winning this.
Come on, who
And
won?
the Warriors won and they swept them, I think.
They swept them.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the Warriors swept the Trailblazers.
The Trailblazers, okay.
Which is what I was saying about level. Sometimes teams just get there when they don't get there. But it was pretty funny to see Steph's parents do that, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't know who's gonna win, and we're trying to be impartial about it." And we're all like,
Yeah, it's a diplomatic
"This
answer.
is the 2019 Warriors we're talking
Oh,
about."
this is 2019.
This is the
Okay. Oh
2019
no,
Warriors.
it's fresh off a chip. Fresh,
bro,
fresh. They were aiming for a three-peat. So Serena.
Shout out to those injuries.
No shout out to those injuries. So Serena, we thought she had a rival,
Okay.
Maria Sharapova. Beat her in Wimbledon, and then beat her again in what else did she beat her in? Like a Masters Series 1000. It's like a tournament that's just below the importance of a Grand Slam, right?
Sweep.
So then she Serena
Sweep. By the way, sweep.
sweep. Okay, like broom bristles out the teeth. So then after that, Serena invoked her inner Jordan. She took it personally. And in the next 20 matches, semifinals and finals, Serena beat her rival 20 straight times. Damn. Like 20.
Were they at least close?
I don't know, but doesn't matter. You lost 20 times straight. You lost 20 times straight. That's like when Roger Federer lost 7 straight finals to Nadal. And then Novak Djokovic went and beat Nadal 7 straight finals. Like,
Okay,
is that still a rivalry?
It has to be competitive.
No, some of those matches went down to the wire. Like, went down to like
but
differences of point. But you still lost 7 straight, 7.
But here's the thing: when we check the record books, it's
you
not
lost
gonna.
7 straight.
There's not gonna be an asterisk that says this was close.
No, you lost 7 straight,
As we say in basketball, almost don't count.
No, it doesn't count.
You could almost make that shot.
Almost. That LeBron
Almost.
James almost comes up along with
count.
that. So
Almost
who's the most? So that Serena is the undisputed GOAT of women's tennis. That's what I say.
Yes.
Now I say that now. I say that now. I was on Team
Thank
Steffi Graf.
you.
Even though
Thank
Steffi Graf won each Grand Slam about 4 times, Serena didn't do that. But I'm just saying totality of
Who's the GOAT?
totality
Who's
of
the
tennis,
GOAT?
totality of women's tennis sport, singles, doubles, all of that. Serena.
So it's Serena.
No, it is Serena. Yeah.
So leave Steffi out of it.
She's still good though. Like, it's just, and also like here's a question I have to ask you. If I win 25 like majors or 25 championships, and if I win 25, you win 30, and then people say that you had easier competition and I had harder competition, do you take that into account?
Not really.
My chat is that
Not
I beat
really.
everyone in front of me.
Yes.
I
Exactly.
did what I was supposed to do.
I did what I was supposed to do. You brought challenges, and I beat
And I beat
everyone.
all of them. Right?
I beat everyone. You can't try to discredit me. It's not like I was playing bus drivers and bums.
Well,
I was playing fellow professionals.
yeah, and you beat them.
And I beat them.
Convincingly.
These are professionals, ranked players, which means, dog, they are closer to me than I am to them. Well, as me being Steffi Graf or
Yeah.
Serena. They are closer to me than the next person off the street. And it's not like I was like I'm saying, it's not like I was playing someone off the street. I was playing a professional, and we're gonna hold it up to professional standards. Not my fault. They're not up to my standard. Not
You know
my
what I mean?
fault.
You know what I
Not my
mean?
fault. It's just like this. It's okay. I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite here.
Go ahead, be hypocritical. You're a man. Carol, yeah.
Because we could use that same argument in basketball. The thing with tennis is it's such a one-man sport
Yeah.
that you are in control of everything.
Yeah.
Unlike basketball, that's a team sport.
Sure.
Because Bill Russell, Michael Jordan.
Bill, like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? He won 11.
He won 11
He won 11.
with 8 straight.
8 straight.
eight straight championships.
When there were
It's
8
mad.
teams, like, what are we doing?
And players had like
Side hustles.
Basketball was a side hustle.
It was a side hustle. Yeah.
Nah, but for real, no. That we can't fault her for that.
No, okay.
You can't fault her for that.
No. What I'm saying is that Serena faced tougher competition. The people say Serena faced tougher competition than Steffi, but Steffi still literally dominated whoever this shit.
But could you say it's tougher competition, or was it just more evolved competition?
If you evolved, it's tougher, right?
Yeah, but you were also at that level. If you get what I'm saying.
What do you mean?
We've it's not like we're putting 2 people from 2 different generations on the same court.
Yeah.
So that means Serena is playing players that have evolved
Yeah.
for that time.
Yeah.
Which means she's one of them. Same thing with Steffi,
Yeah.
Stephanie Kraft. The level of competition was not tougher or greater, or was not tougher or any less tougher. It's just the level of competition that was there simply because she was also at that level.
Sure.
In the 90s, we didn't have step back threes. So if I could take Kyrie Irving and drop him in the 90s, people would think he's a witch, bro.
With what he was doing.
With what he's doing
No,
with the
it's black
basketball
magic.
now.
Yeah.
People will say he's a witch, but no, the game has just evolved.
And he evolved.
Am I putting Kyrie above names like Isaiah Thomas, Michael Jordan,
Joe
John
Dumars.
Stockton? Am I putting him above those type of names? Karl Malone,
Kwame Brown.
Scottie Pippen. Simply because Scottie Pippen can't do a step back 3.
No.
Simply because Karl Malone couldn't have that English and go up and under when he's finishing under the rim.
No.
Is it his fault that
No, it's not his fault.
that didn't exist?
I
Look
think-
at that layup that Jordan does where he starts from one side and then boom. Dude, we have dudes doing that off the bench now.
Back then it was like, oh my god, Magic was like, oh, he's
Bro.
time was out.
Bro, when Steve Kerr shot threes, people were in awe. Now Steph Curry is shooting threes from the parking lot.
From the half line.
Bro,
You literally have to guard this guy for half
the
court.
minute he steps off the team bus, you gotta
You
guard
start guarding
Steph.
him like
You gotta guard Steph. So you see,
Yeah, so I
you
think-
can't really blame level of competition
Nah, I
in
don't
any
think
sport
you can.
because I'm not in charge of that.
No.
And I'm not in control of that. What I'm in control of is winning the game.
Yeah.
And I did that.
Yeah.
So what if the game hasn't evolved? The thing is, they're not even aware of it at that
Sure.
time. At that time, that's the highest level of tennis you could play.
Yeah.
And shout out to them.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Okay,
them.
right.
Serena's still the GOAT, though.
No, we're not arguing that. We're not arguing that. Like, we're not arguing. I just prefer Steffi's accomplishment. That one accomplishment
Yeah.
to win all Grand Slams and a gold medal in 1 year. Wow.
Yeah, that was badass.
And also to win every Grand Slam 4 times.
That was bad. What? Nah, that's badass.
Well, Novak, if Novak wins Roland Garros, he can do the same thing.
Will he, though?
Nah. Nah, I don't see him winning.
Old man Novak.
Not even old man Novak. I just think Carlos Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner, they just bad men. They've caught up to him.
Because they're young?
No, they just caught up to him. That too.
Because
Like
they're young.
Novak Djokovic is playing the same way he was playing 10 years ago.
Oh, okay.
They
They've just caught up to him.
No,
And
no.
unfortunately, at their age, the ceiling is a bit higher.
Yeah, the ceiling is a bit high, and because they've been watching him, they've been able to adapt to his game.
Exactly. Exactly.
Penny just dropped now. They watched him. They adapt to his game. Like I remember, Carlos was just a bit uncalled for when he beat Novak Djokovic in Wimbledon for the second straight year in the final. I enjoyed watching that. Revenge for Nadal. Anyway.
Poor Novak. Novak doesn't know how much you don't like him. I know you respect him.
There's two camps. There's two camps, right? Like, as a sports fan, we throw away all emotions. Like, you throw away all emotions. I like Novak. I respect Novak. I am just upset at what he did to stop Nadal from winning more. You know what I mean?
Amen.
But he did what he had to do.
He did what he had to do.
He did what he had to do. But what I do love Novak for is beating Federer. Oh, I love it. Oh.
Hater. If Nadal could have done something about it, he would have.
But he did. He did. He beat Novak in more Grand Slams than Novak beat him in the Grand Slams.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, how, really? But then I went to count. I'm like, oh, okay. That's just me being a tennis fan. But I really like Novak. I think he's the most mentally strong tennis player ever. Because here's this guy who's come back from 2 sets down all the time. Many times. He beat Federer in Wimbledon when he had championship points, 2 championship points. He was about to win. But Novak was like, no.
Who was in Wimbledon 08? That was Nadal, ne?
Nadal was and Federer lost that too. So he lost that too. And he lost to Djokovic in 2019. Oh well, no. So I really respect Novak. I'm busy going through his autobiography now. I'm just a big Nadal fan.
I couldn't tell.
In case you know. Did you know? Oh, okay.
No, news to me. This is news to me.
So, the most mentally strong athlete. What do you think is a mentally strong athlete?
An athlete who...
In whatever individual sports, team sports.
If you don't give up, you just push your body and yourself to perform to your absolute best.
Yeah.
When you have to. And if you can control everything you have to control and not give up when anything and everything doesn't seem to be working.
Yeah.
That to me is a mentally strong athlete. If you are down 3-1 and everyone is saying no team in the finals has ever done this, and you are playing against a team which is considered a juggernaut.
Yeah.
And everyone is telling you this won't happen, you won't win, and you somehow manage to win the next 3 games just off of your skill and your will to win.
Yeah.
That's it, bro.
Wow. So LeBron James is mentally strong.
That's it. LeBron James is mentally strong.
Really?
If you are going... Well, he grew into it.
Okay. I was about to say, not always. Not always.
If you are going on a road trip and you tell your team, I don't know about you guys, but I'm only packing 1 suit for this game. We got to win the next game.
Who did that?
Jordan.
Did Jordan do that?
Jordan in the 90s. They were going, I think it was the series against Phoenix.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And they had to go back to Phoenix to play 2 games, but they were already up 3.
Yeah.
And they had to go to Phoenix for 2 games, I think. And Jordan said, I'm only packing 1 suit. We're going to Phoenix to play 1 game. And that's it. I'm only packing 1 suit. And they won the championship. They played 1 game.
That's a level of badassery.
Dog, if you're mentally strong, you will have the flu and still drop 30. And still drop 30.
No, you dropped 40. Didn't you drop 40?
No, it was 30.
It was 30. Okay. People are just exaggerating his stories now.
Yeah. It was 30. But that's a mentally strong athlete to me. Tell me about you.
For me, I think a mentally strong athlete is like what you've said is they're able to come back.
Close. 38.
38. Michael Jordan is... I need to rewatch The Last Dance because
I was just telling my girlfriend this afternoon that it's that time of the year. Time to rewatch The Last Dance.
The Last Dance, yeah.
Time to take some things personally.
Yeah, I'm like, that's all I needed.
That's all I needed.
Like, you know what? If Jordan went for therapy, he would have averaged 3 points. I saw someone in the comments say that. If you,
Jordan going to therapy would be therapy for his therapist.
Exactly.
Like it would just. At the end of the session, Jordan would walk in, but at the end of the session, he'd be the one with the pad, with the notepad.
Right. So tell me how you're gonna take things personally.
Mm-hmm. So how did talking to me make you feel?
So for me, I think it's being able to, it's like if you're injured and you have got zero chance of winning the game and you're still able to like dig down deep and just still refuse to lose. Like I'm just refusing to lose. That's a mentally strong athlete. And I think mentally strong athletes will throw other people off their center, will throw their opponent off their center. Okay. And be like, this guy's mentally strong, so he's coming back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And in doing that, it also, as Stephen A says, you galvanize the troops.
Yeah,
because then your teammates will also be like, yo, we can, especially if you're the best player on the team. Then your teammates will have that feeling that we can't afford to let this dude down.
And we can't lose with this guy.
We can't lose with this guy. It's that thing that they used to say that Greg Popovich used to cuss Tim Duncan out at practice all the time. Because then it would make the other players realize if he's talking to Tim Duncan like this,
who am I?
Oh,
you used to cuss Tim Duncan out?
Yeah.
Really?
He used to cuss him out in practice.
What's Tim Duncan's nickname?
The Big Fundamental.
The most boring NBA player ever.
5 rings, boy. Yeah. 5 rings, 2 MVPs because of that.
How many finals MVPs?
3.
3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Tony Park and Manu Ginobili. Tony Park and Kawhi Leonard took the other ones.
Oh, they took the other ones.
Yeah. But even with that, once you manage to galvanize your troops, there's no beating you, bro.
Yeah.
You have to be unstoppable. And the crazy thing is, you don't always have to win.
What do you mean you don't always have to win?
For us to, just because we say you're mentally strong and all that, and you have a will to win and you refuse to lose.
Yeah.
You don't always have to win. But we will know that this dude is a winner. This dude does not want to lose. Because sometimes, unfortunately, the other team is just better than you.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's team sport, not always tennis.
Yeah.
The other team is just better than
boxing.
you. Exactly.
Alexander Usyk.
Damn.
Tyson Fury.
Damn.
He must retire.
And no, don't tell him to retire.
Yeah.
Boxing is so toxic. Boxing is toxic. You get 2 L's, you're washed. You're washed.
You can knock out 38 people in a row.
2 L's. Against an elite fighter, even.
Bro, it's not like you lost against Francis Ngannou.
Damn. Exactly.
Which he did, I think, that first fight.
Yeah, they robbed Ngannou.
No, they robbed him.
But you don't always have to win. We just have to see your will to win. I'll give you a great example. Y'all always say the 2022 World Cup final is the greatest football
match ever. Greatest football match that ever been played.
What do you have to say about Kylian Mbappe in that game?
He was phenomenal.
He didn't want to lose, bro.
No, he didn't want to lose. I like for him, he actually could have won the final had he switched on that mentality earlier on in the match. Like where was all of this?
Okay, I didn't watch the match.
No, I'm just
I watched towards the end.
Yeah,
and
that's when things were lit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
That's I know that's why that's why I'm so
lit.
confident when I talk about it, because I know for a fact Mbappe lost his mind.
Yo,
he lost his mind, because I remember we were with someone I will not mention anymore.
Yeah.
But we were watching the game, and then we had to leave the apartment and get in the Uber.
Yeah.
So we were streaming on the phone, and that means for like a minute and a half or 2 minutes from the apartment to the Uber, we won't have any internet.
Yeah.
Until I actually get in the car and actually get a stable connection. We left the apartment, I think it was 2-1. Get in the car, it's 2-2.
Oh.
No, Mbappe didn't want to lose that game.
No, he didn't.
He refused. Even when he won, what trophy did he win?
He won the Golden Boot.
Yeah. You could see he wasn't satisfied with that.
He wasn't.
And that's what I'm saying.
And also the thing is, like, there's nothing more you could have asked for him.
You managed to control everything you could control.
He did everything.
He did everything and then some.
But unfortunately, God was like, Messi's winning this one.
Exactly. Because sometimes, unfortunately, no matter what you do, right?
Yeah.
You could have that will to win. You could want to win.
Yeah.
And you could want to be the greatest to do it. However, this is life.
like some
You could do everything right.
Yeah.
However, unfortunately, so could your opponent.
Yeah.
So could your opponent. And it just so happens.
Is that where luck comes in sometimes?
That's what I was about to say. That's when now you just realize some dudes are luckier than others.
Yeah.
No matter, and the thing is, those dudes, there aren't that many of them. The lucky ones. No matter skill and talent, I see them.
Yeah.
But Patrick Mahomes is a great example.
Fat Pat.
Yeah, dead bot Pat. He is. Dude, I've seen dudes play the games of their life. Straight. 'Cause I've seen dudes play the games of their life.
Yeah, and still lose to it.
And still lose to him. You know you did everything you could do.
Does that not break your spirit?
It could, but it shouldn't.
But if you're mentally strong, it shouldn't break your spirit.
That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't, because you strong enough to realize it's part of the game. You don't win every game. You don't make every shot. Mamba mentality, bro.
Yep.
What matters is, sure, you're down, but are you going to get back up? I think that's what makes a mentally strong athlete. If we're being honest, you have to John Cena this thing, bro. Just never give
John
up.
Cena.
Just never give up. He's on his retirement tour, by the way.
Yeah, he is. Unfortunately. Did Hollywood get him?
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Oh, yeah. He hasn't been a full-time wrestler since 2018.
No, I'm talking about like after he pulled up.
After he pulled up naked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hollywood been.
Did they get him?
Yeah. He's slowly changed. He's slowly replacing Dwayne Johnson. Thank God. There's always a jungle for Dwayne Johnson to film a movie. Otherwise, he'd be out of a job.
Dwayne Johnson, yeah. So,
but yeah,
because being able to because if I was Kylian Mbappe, they say he hasn't been the same football player since then. Because
did that game break him?
No, I don't know. Like, he still performed, but like when he joined Real Madrid recently, he started off quite slow, but he's picked up. But like, you know how just
isn't that to be expected with a new team?
Sometimes, no, not always. Like we had this guy called Jude Bellingham. He joined Real Madrid, and then he started really going off and started winning as he joined.
Okay.
Yeah, so he started scoring like 20 goals in a season. He adapted to the team really well, and he was the team's best player as he joined. Mbappe, not so much. And then they said like he sold his soul to the devil, when he went to the FIFA World Cup to play like that, to play out of his mind. So they said he sold his soul to the devil.
Nah, he probably did, because that boy went crazy, bro.
No, he went.
That boy went off.
No, he went crazy. But then he's getting his form now. I don't think he let that break him. I don't think he let that break him though. So then, what do you say about people who go up against someone who's like mentally strong? Do you call that melting down, or do you call that you going up against another mentally strong person? It's like the last time we were talking about how Nadal came back from 2 sets down to a person that's 10 years younger than him and was able to win. And I attribute it to just like Nadal's experience, because he's been in 5-set matches many times in his career. He's been in 5-set matches many times and has been able to win those type of matches. And the Australian Open. In fact, every single final that he's been in, there's been a 5-setter versus Daniel Medvedev, who didn't have that experience of going to 5 sets. Now the question is, Nadal is mentally strong, as long as one of the mentally strong athletes. And then someone like Daniel Medvedev, did he melt down, or was he not mentally strong? Which one is it? Because if you're going up against a mentally strong person,
it can be both.
Really, how?
It can be both. We don't know what a meltdown is until. Thing is, you don't melt down until you do.
What does that mean?
Okay, I'm trying to find a game where I can give you a great example.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Tom Brady? Let's talk about how he came back.
Nah, that's not I'm trying to find.
Is that not a meltdown?
Nah, bro. I'm trying to think of a serious meltdown. Okay, here's a serious meltdown. 2018, the Houston Rockets and the Golden State Warriors went all the way to 7 games.
Oh yeah. That was the
Houston Rockets. All the way to 7 games. Now, the Warriors were the tougher team. They were the stronger team. However, one could argue that for that season, the Rockets were the better team. Why? They even came out and said this team is constructed to beat the Warriors.
Oh, they said that.
They said that.
And what happened?
And they lost. However, they lost because they had a meltdown. They couldn't buy a bucket. The whole game.
Oh, is it?
The whole game they couldn't buy a bucket. They missed so many threes. I think they took like 30 threes and made 2 or 3 of them.
That's bad.
That's bad. Now that's a meltdown.
That's 10%
Yes.
of all your shots.
Yes. Now that's a meltdown. And we now look at a game like okay, I can't think of one right now, right? But let's say, for example, it's the playoffs and it's the conference finals. We got Steph versus, I don't know, give me a player, Jokic.
Yeah.
In the conference finals. 2 players who, thus far, we can say both of them are mentally strong.
Yeah.
Right? Would we say Steph collapsed if the Warriors lost that series, but Steph averaged 35 for the entire series, and he didn't get turnovers at the most inopportune times? He controlled everything he was supposed to control. He did everything he was supposed to do. Made the right shots, made the right plays. Dropped 40 in Game 7, and yet Nikola Jokic and his team just had the edge. Are we saying Steph had a meltdown, or it was just 2 mentally strong athletes going at it? Even back to the World Cup, Mbappe didn't have a meltdown.
No, he didn't.
Messi and Argentina were just better.
Yeah, they were.
Exactly.
They were.
Exactly. So you don't melt down until you do. Until we see that, dog, you shot 4 for 30. Like, what are we doing? That's a meltdown. But if you just lost because you dropped 35, but this dude still won, you can't. The 2008 Wimbledon.
Yeah.
That was a back and forth.
Yeah, that was. So
That was. The sun literally set.
that match. Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
I've never, even though I didn't even know about it until recently, but thus far, the people that have told me about that match, yourself included, I've never heard not one of y'all saying either one of those dudes played a bad game.
No, they
Exactly.
didn't. No,
Exactly. So you don't melt down until you do.
Yeah. Like they didn't melt. The Federer didn't melt down. Nadal didn't melt down.
They both played their ass.
Yeah, they did. That was the match of the century.
Exactly.
Yeah. Federer melted down the in Roland Garros before. I've got nothing against Federer, by the way.
Okay.
Federer is the tennis player I believe is the most respected.
Yes.
Nadal is the most important, and need I say the most loved tennis player? And that's not a bias. That's just like that's sentiment.
Okay.
That's sentiment. Novak Djokovic is probably the most hated.
Yeah.
But he's the GOAT. I don't know why they hate him.
They hate us because they hate us because they ain't us.
They hate us because they ain't us.
They hate us because they ain't us, bro.
Like, I was watching a documentary on just like how the media just doesn't color this guy nicely. I'm like, just because he beat your favorite players doesn't mean he's a bad person, Joe.
You understand?
You
understand?
Like he's just better than them.
He's just better, bro.
He's just
better.
And
sometimes you don't even have to be better.
Yeah.
To be, but you can just here, Doug.
Like
just being mentally strong.
Like he's mentally strong.
Things that can do.
Like
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Buckets.
Look at how.
Why does he have pink cornrows? It was a comrade. What comrade? Well, what's going on, the comrade? No, but why?
Imagine boo.
Comrade, what's
like? I don't know, dog. All I know is that he wants to leave Miami.
Yeah.
And I guess this is him acting out. I don't know, bro. But. Yeah. Jimmy Butler is a great example because Jimmy, would you even put him top 20 players of his generation?
Nah.
Exactly.
Nah.
Exactly. At no point in time.
Maybe number 21.
Maybe, nah. Like, at no point in time has Jimmy Butler ever been a top 10 player.
Nah.
Never. Ever. However, look at what he does in the playoffs almost every year. He does something that he elevates his play so much simply because he refuses to lose in the playoffs. So he elevates his play, and in doing that, the rest of the team also joins in, and they just also start playing better. So much so that he did that. He took the Miami Heat to the finals with Gabe Vincent And Gabe Vincent couldn't miss a 3-point shot. The Lakers were like, yeah, we need you. They traded for him the very next offseason. Gabe Vincent hasn't made a 3 ever since. Why? Because...
But he's playing with LeBron, so you should be making...
Like what you're hearing so far? Make sure you never miss a show by clicking subscribe now button. Follow on YouTube, Instagram, and other platforms listed. Also, check out the website for more information. This podcast is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for the support. Now back to the show.
LeBron can't galvanize the troops like Jimmy can, I guess.
But I thought LeBron was mentally strong.
LeBron is undeniable.
No, I'm not talking about tonight.
No.
Is he mentally strong? I mean, like...
He's a special case. I wouldn't say he's not. I wouldn't say he's actually mentally strong. So I take it back. My example when I used him, he doesn't have that killer instinct.
Right? He's not a Kobe.
He's not a Kobe. I think with LeBron, it's just a lack of a killer instinct. I don't know if that is what makes you mentally strong, but I know it plays a big role.
So I think also being mentally strong. Oh, I was saying about Federer, he melted down against Djokovic in 2019. He was supposed to win that match. Don't lose a match you're supposed to win.
Never.
Don't lose a match you're supposed to win. He was supposed to win that match.
2022 Celtics.
Exactly. And then in 2011, he was supposed to win that semifinal against Novak Djokovic. He lost it, where he had 2 match points. He had 2 match points and he still lost.
Damn.
2 championship points and he still lost. And then also against Nadal and Roland Garros, he went and lost in straight sets. Didn't even get a game in one of them. You know, we've got like 6-1, 6-2, 6. He got 6-0 in a final.
And that's the GOAT.
No, he's not the GOAT. Federer is the third greatest tennis player of all time.
Okay, fair enough.
He's number 3.
Fair enough.
He's
That's
number
the
3.
most respected, apparently.
He is the most respected.
Yeah, he does have that thing about
No,
him.
he's got what do the kids nowadays say?
Aura.
Yeah,
He's got timer aura.
the timer. Yeah, he's got timer aura.
Like he looks like a timer.
Oh no, and he's proper rich. He's proper rich.
Yeah.
You know the richest tennis player is worth $2 billion. But he's Romanian. That's the thing. He was a professional tennis player. I don't know where he made his wealth, but $2 billion, I think.
Damn.
Exactly. But like Federer, out of active and just retired tennis players, money, because he can sell things. This man can sell things.
Damn.
This man can sell things. He made $600 million from a Uniqlo partnership. No, when it comes to money and commercializing tennis, that's the king there.
Yeah, I saw him on an ad with Trevor Noah once. I don't even know what that ad was for.
But you understand.
I was like, this is the most random link up ever.
Trevor Noah is a South African. He's a hustler.
Why? You know what? Yapand. I understand. I understand.
Hey, Trevor, I need you on the show, man. I need you on the show. You're on my wall. Just let you know. You're on my wall.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
What I was saying is that don't lose matches you're supposed to win. And don't miss shots you were supposed to make. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because I don't think you're a mentally strong person if you are constantly, you can do that, but then just make up for it. You know what I mean?
Yes. You can't just, if you have a bad game today, you must, your next game, drop 40, bro. Like show us that it was just a bad game. You don't
take that quickly.
Nah. I'm just gonna send a text that I'm recording.
Because if you had a bad game, please make sure that you can come back from the bad game. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
I'll just give you a second there.
People are asking. My mom is asking me, "Where's the remote?"
Is that what we're asking here,
bro? She's like, and now she's saying still busy. Well, I mean, yes, but okay.
Yeah. So like, if you have a bad game, at least be able to come back from that and make up for it.
Yes.
But then still in the high pressure moments.
In the high pressure moments, I don't want to hear it.
You want to hear it?
Maybe not too much. Not too much. If you have a bad game, especially if it's a series type.
Yeah.
It's a sport like basketball, baseball, any of these series type sports, you can't have a bad series. I will never allow that.
You can have a bad game.
You can have a bad game. You can't have a bad series.
Yeah.
However, in sports where it's just
One game.
One game.
You can't have that bad game. Like, just didn't show up.
You need to show up, or you can't. It can't happen too many times. Like Lamar Jackson.
I don't know his name will come up.
It has to. It has to. So I'm gonna dismiss last night's win. By the way, shout out Ravens.
Shut out. Like, I'm actually upset that the Ravens won. Now tomorrow's episode is not going to you being angry black man now.
You don't like seeing me happy, ne?
No, I don't. It's so much fun. Why would I want to see you happy? It's so much fun.
Hey, so what was I saying? What was I saying?
So you say you can't have a bad series.
Yes, you can't. You can't afford to.
Like, if you're having one bad game, can you have one bad game in a final?
Yes, you can have one bad game. Like
In a final. I'm talking
In
about
a
in a
final.
final. Like you have what's a one and done. It's not a series here. Like a World Cup final if Mbappe didn't show up.
Oh, you can't. You mean a bad final?
Like a final. Final. Final.
Oh, time and place. Time and place.
There's a time and place.
Time and place. You mean to tell me you played well throughout the playoffs or the tournament?
Yeah.
And then the most important game is when you want to put up a stinker. Nah, bro. Nah, even you should look in the mirror like,
What's wrong with me?
what am I
Maybe the
doing?
nerves got to you, or maybe the moment got to you, and you just melted under the pressure. Like, I don't know.
Even that dismisses this whole chat then.
Because you're not mentally strong.
Yeah, that means you don't got it. You don't got it. Because even when you do have a meltdown, right? The greats know how to utilize their meltdown or their bad games. If I can tell that I'm having a bad game offensively, all right, let's see what I can do defensively. You know? If I can see that I'm not putting up points today, let me see if I can start facilitating, help the other players put up points. Let me see what I can do with regards to just my intangibles on the court, on the field, whatever. Now, if you are not doing any of that, regardless if you're on any other given day, regardless if you're the best player on that team, for that game, you're a liability.
So I can be MVP caliber. Well, that's a very bad example to use because MVPs generally don't.
Exactly.
They don't. So like I can be MVP the entire season, and comes to crunch time, game time, meltdown. Then, what would you rather have? A person that shows up in the most important matches, or a person that goes throughout the person that picks these spots?
Shows up in the most important matches, or
just like a person that picks these spots. Like I show up in a Grand Slam final, I'll show up in the playoffs, or I'll show up.
No. Part of being great is being consistent.
But I'm consistently great in those moments.
Show up in the big game, bro.
You want someone to show up in the big game.
Show up in the big game.
Uh-huh.
Show up in the big game, because that's, if we're being honest,
Yeah.
no other game matters except the last game of the season.
Or the last games of the tournament, or the last games of, yeah.
Yeah. The last game of the season, of the tournament, that final game, the final NBA final, game 7, the Super Bowl, the Grand Slam for whatever. That's the most important game. Regardless if you've played 82 games. At the end of the day, the game that you have to show up for the most is that one. Unfortunately, if you make it to that game, it's you can't have one without the other, because if you show up to that game, that means you had to play the other game. And that means with the other games, you had to show up as well. You had to show us why you're there, and you had to win. And I'm pretty sure some of those games weren't easy. Some of them were tough. And that's when you show yourself. That's when you show that this is what I'm made of, bro. Even in fighting, you lose, you get. That's why I love UFC so much, because we're not as judgy as you boxing guys.
What do
You
you
boxing guys,
What do you mean?
1 L, your career's over. Like, what? In UFC, I'll give you a great example. Charles Oliveira.
Yeah.
He's your favorite fighter's favorite fighter. He has 12 losses now.
12.
Yeah, he lost back in April. He lost back in
Do you know
April.
what boxing fans will do to you? You've got 12 losses.
All I know is that we're waiting for Charles Oliveira's championship run to start.
Doesn't have a championship.
No. He was. He was a champ. He was the champion until his story is actually quite sad. Charles Oliveira was the lightweight champion.
Sure.
And he defended it about 2-3 times. And then when he was about to defend it against Islam Makhachev,
there's a guy called Islam Makhachev.
There's a guy called Islam Makhachev.
Like Islam.
Yeah.
ISLAM. Okay.
That's the number 1 pound for pound fighter in the world you're talking about.
His name is Islam.
Islam Makhachev.
His name is like Islam.
He's a bad
like
man.
the religion, Islam.
Like Alhamdulillah, yeah. But when Charles Oliveira was supposed to fight, he didn't make weight, and they stripped him of his title. And that's the last time Charles Oliveira was in it. That's the last time Charles Oliveira was champion. That was 2022.
3 years back.
3 years back. But we're still waiting for the title run to start. It's coming.
So how is he mentally strong?
If you lose a match, you lose a fight. Combat sports is nice because of that. You lose a fight, and the next fight is the fight of your life.
Yeah.
As it should be. Because if you lose, it's chai.
Yeah.
And if you lose back-to-back fights, then we start looking at you weird. Because everybody loves a good redemption story.
No, we do. We do.
So you got to redeem yourself.
All right, cool. First, all right, so we're going to finish. List of your top 5 mentally strong athletes.
Is this gonna do the thing where we cut and then
Yeah. We'll just fade out.
Yeah. Back.
Yeah. So the list of the most mentally strong athletes for you.
Kobe,
Mamba mentality.
How did we go through this entire episode without bringing up the words Mamba mentality?
We did.
We did?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kobe.
Yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah. Kobe over Jordan. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, 6-0 versus 7-5. Okay. It's
Muhammad Ali.
Oh yeah.
Muhammad
What
Ali.
he did off George Foreman. Okay, that was good.
Yeah. Damn. This is tough, eh?
Mentally strong athletes, not the greatest athletes. Like
Tiger Woods.
100%.
Tiger Woods.
Yeah, 100%. You're right. Yeah, 100%.
He almost died.
Yeah.
It's gonna sound weird, but Francis Ngannou.
Francis Ngannou. After you got
Ngannou.
folded like a wallet.
And then he came back and won the PFL heavyweight championship. Dude, there's a brother who was shoveling sand, and then he fought his way, and I don't know how he got to France. Apparently, he was in the back of a truck holding on until they had to get over waters. I don't know, bro. But
Wow.
bro, damn near slavery. He damn near escaped slavery, bro. Went to France
Yeah.
at the age of 24.
Yeah.
Started training. Excuse me. Joined the MMA world relatively late.
Yeah.
Became a heavyweight champion.
Of the world.
Got ostracized by the industry and the UFC because they were like, he's being selfish and greedy. Fine. But he got blackballed by the biggest promotion in the industry. He didn't let that break him. Instead, he moved on to boxing, where he became a success, relatively speaking. And he built his cachet and now joined another promotion. And after less than a year after losing his son, becomes the PFL heavyweight champion of the world. I think that's just a great story of just the sheer will
And determination.
just his sheer will and determination from that story.
Yeah.
He has to go on my list.
Oh, okay. All
He
right.
has to go on my list. So yeah, Ngannou, Woods, Jordan, Ali, Kobe Bean.
Kobe Bean Bryant.
Kobe
Okay.
Bean.
All right.
Yeah.
I would also say Kobe.
Okay.
Yeah. Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Everybody wants to be a bodybuilder.
I forgot that's technically
That's
athletics.
sports.
He's
It's
an
technical
he's an
sport.
athlete.
I would still call him mentally strong, right?
Yeah,
like to
yeah,
lift
yeah,
all
yeah.
those kinds of weights and to become the greatest bodybuilder ever.
Yeah.
After
Everybody.
losing every single year for such a long time.
Yeah, because he lost Mr. Olympia for years.
For
right?
years. His first Olympia, he was dead last. Like dead last.
Bro.
So Mamba
Everybody want to be a bodybuilder.
Nobody wanna
wanna
lift
no
no
heavy ass
heavy
weights.
every time I put him on at the gym, I know it's gonna be. So Mamba, Ronnie Coleman, Tiger Woods,
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Nah.
Tiger Woods is Rafael Nadal's favorite athlete, so imagine.
Yeah, nah. Even after that whole thing, they tried. Can we talk about how the world tried to get us to cancel Tiger Woods because he was getting bums? Now,
He was committing adultery.
I'm not saying he should have cheated on his wife, but do we really cancel a man's whole career for cheating on his wife? Bro, it's not like he came out and said the N-word and said some blasphemous stuff.
I think so. I don't.
Is it because he was a role model? And
I think I don't condone his behavior.
No. Once again, I'm not saying
I don't condone his behavior, but I don't think that's worth cancellation. It's worth you losing some endorsements here and there, nah?
Yeah,
no, because I'm like, if I'm Nike, I'm promoting a certain value set.
Yeah,
now you're going against that value set, I can't endorse you anymore.
Yeah,
that's just if that's just business.
If I'm promoting, I don't know, man. You see that company that makes those stickers that you put on the back of your car with the mom and the dad and the kids.
Yeah.
Now, if you find out you're cheating on your wife,
you gotta take that off. To cancel Tiger Woods, I don't know what the actual story is. There is Dr. Umar Infatunde's probably got his own take there.
Hey, Infatunde's got takes on everything.
I know they're fun though. They're fun, but I'm like, I think that's a bit hypocritical for people to want to cancel the man for doing what he did when presidents have done the same thing.
He did not have sexual relations with
so he says where presidents have been accused of doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Athletes have been accused of doing the same thing, but they didn't try to cancel him the way they did.
How y'all think Magic Johnson got AIDS?
Oh, don't do that. Oh, come on, Mukundi. Come on. Come on.
I just don't like what they did to Tiger, bro. I don't like it.
No, I think it was.
You see, if he was a horrible human being, and I'm not saying he's a great guy.
Yeah, what he did was quite scandalous, but I don't think they took it overboard given the precedent that they set with all the other athletes, public figures, celebrities, presidents who have been accused of doing pastors who have been accused of doing exactly the same thing. They didn't cancel him like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know
so now why must Tiger?
I don't know. There's something there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is it because he's a role model? Like, but everyone who's famous is a role model to some degree.
So whether you're good or a bad one, I don't know. Let's do research and let's uncover what happened to Tiger.
Yeah, because
you're upset about that. Okay,
I don't, bro.
So I've got Kobe. I've got even Kobe who committed adultery, right?
Yeah, he had a whole case, bro.
Yeah, but we didn't cancel him.
No, and if anything, he's more revered now.
Because he had a case. This world is different.
Bro.
Kobe had a case.
Kobe.
So Kobe, Ronnie Coleman, Tiger Woods, or the bunny hoppers, according to Dr. Umar.
Hey, man. At least Tiger took it to Asia.
Djokovic, Nadal.
Come on, switch it up, dog.
Okay, let me put Nadal.
Okay.
And then football, Lionel Messi. Because everything he went through with Argentina.
Okay.
Yeah, because he once retired and they were being, and you know how football fans are, soccer fans. Hey, we'll kill you.
Literally.
Yeah, so I think those are like some. There's a lot more mentally strong.
Yeah.
But then I'm just listing that. So, all right. So we're out of time. But this was a good chat. This was a good chat. Now we need to go be mentally strong in the workplaces and the team members. Even though we're going through tough times, don't last. But tough people do. You know? So that's myself, AJ and Mukundi. Remember that success is a progressive realization of a worthy ideal. That means you're going after what you've always wanted to go after because it's aligned with your highest values. And that's the only way that you can live a truly fulfilled and inspired life. Learn from the examples of all the athletes that we've been talking about to go out there and be mentally strong because the world we live in is tough. So we need to put our helmets on and be as mentally strong as possible. Rafael Nadal, we're going to be missed in the Australian Open. Novak for number 25, baby. And that's me and Mukund signing out. Thank you very much, brother.
Justice for time.
Success is the progressive
show you how great I am.
Thank you for joining us on this episode on the NJ Podcast. Make sure to visit the website, the njpodcast.captivateair.fm, where you can subscribe to the show in iTunes, Stitcher, all the other podcast platforms, or via RSS so you never miss a show. You can also find the video content on the YouTube channel and Instagram page. That will be Njablo James on YouTube and njablo.j.ngosi for Instagram. Please subscribe and follow on those platforms as well. And while you're at it, if you found value in the show, we'd appreciate a rating on the podcast platforms, or if you'd like to tell a friend about the show, that will help us out too. If you'd like more information about published or upcoming books, visit www.njablojames.com for more information. Please reach out if you would like to share what you would like to hear and which guests should be invited to the show. And remember, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal, which means that you are doing what you have always wanted to do because it is aligned with your highest values, and this is the only way you can live a truly fulfilled life. Now just chill until the next episode.